Da 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 da. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Konbanwa. Hello everybody. Good evening. Happy New Year. If you haven't heard it yesterday, last night, Happy New Year. How's it going? Ne. Let's remove this countdown timer. We don't do that anymore. We can move. Oh, that should not be doing that. Let's move this back up here. And oh my goodness, move that over there. Make some space. I'll put that away for now. Hello there, Kimberly. Hello, Happy New Year. Hello, Bellhound. Happy New Year. Twitch gets to enjoy the opening music while YouTube has... I completely forgot. Because like on YouTube, I actually need to press 2 buttons. Twitch, I press 1 button. And I guess I forgot to press the 2nd button on YouTube. Whoops. I've actually been streaming on YouTube for like 6 minutes already. 8 minutes already, no, almost 9 minutes. I just forgot to press the actual live button on YouTube. Cool man. The new year's off to a great start. First stream of the new year. Okay, why is there smoke coming from your oven? Don't worry, it's supposed to do that. Steam clams. Stop. No, steam hams. I love me some steam hams. Upstate New York. It's an Albany expression. Fuck. 100% increase in buttons flummoxed his bird brain. I need to like just put all the I have a stream deck. But like most of the time my stream deck's not even on because my USB hub doesn't have enough bandwidth, owing to the fact that my PC is in a different room, and in order to get any of my stuff to work I have to like use really ridiculously long USB cables, and that limits the bandwidth. So I can only have like I can only have 3 USB things plugged in at one time. So I have my keyboard, my mouse, and my mixer. And I can turn on my stream deck for like a couple seconds and then I have to turn it off, which is... Damn, I paid money for this thing. I paid money for this thing and I'm not really getting the use out of it, which is really a shame. I did not forget about you. Specifically. I just forgot in general. Freaking excuses you make to your girlfriend. I didn't forget about you, babe. No, you don't understand. I didn't forget about you specifically. I just like lost my memory for like the whole day. It wasn't just you, okay? That's never gonna fly. Ideally, you get a powered 3.0 hub. I do have a powered 3.0 hub. It's just that the USB extension cable I have is also like a 3.0 or like 3.0 hub or 3.0 extension cable, but like because it's so long, it loses the bandwidth. Though like the thing about this one is this because it's called a active fiber cable. This one actually does have power transmission, so it's not that big of a deal, but it's not super reliable. I think I'm gonna move my desk to the wall facing the wall where like the actual PC is, like on the other side of the wall. And then I can just use regular cables, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have like I have 2 of these, how would you call them? I have 2 of these 10 foot, 20 foot long. Yeah, I have 2 20-foot long, I have 2 20-foot long DisplayPort cables, 1 20-foot long HDMI cable, 3 20-foot long USB cables. So I have one for my I used to have one for my tablet as well as one for my webcam that I use for my handcam streams. We haven't done handcams in a while. These cables are freaking expensive, man. I think I might have to sell them because they're so freaking expensive. They are ridiculously expensive cables, man. It's like $100 a pop. These things are they're so expensive. They used to be cheaper apparently. Somehow they got more expensive over time, not cheaper. But like if I can move my desk to that wall, I've been reading a feng shui book to see if like it will actually like be good for me to put the desk there. But you know, cost kind of economy is kind of like the important part, right? Being able to actually afford. I think I should sell these cables. They're too freaking expensive. But yeah, I've been looking at I've been reading a feng shui book, by the what's his name? Dear Modern, the guy who like finds out where you live. Like he finds your floor plan and where you live just by looking at your like windows. It's insane. He takes it as a challenge. If you post your window, he's gonna find out where you live. But I bought his book and I've been reading through it to see if like, okay, how can I rearrange my room so that it's more so the feng shui flow is better. I need to actually do what he does and actually like get a floor plan. I'd have to go to like the the government and ask for my house's floor plan, or I have to just get a tape measure and manually sketch out a floor plan myself. Just to see how the feng shui, how like the energy, how the chi flows around in my room. And then I can have all my USB stuff plugged in and actually running. I don't have to constantly worry about, oh, which one do I put on first? Is it not working? Uh-oh, I plugged in a controller. My mouse doesn't work anymore. Uh-oh. Hey there, Southern. Hello. Sorry you missed my... No, don't even worry about it. What were you doing? Were you with your family or were you working? Oh my god, I'm so sorry if you were working. I'm so sorry if you're working in the new year. Or if you were just like resting too, that's fine. I'm not gonna lie, yesterday I had like the biggest... what do you call it? I had the hugest urge to just sleep. You know, I just wanted to stay in bed all day yesterday. That's what I wanted to do. But I can't, but I ended up streaming anyways for you guys. And also I felt like I needed a little bit more discipline, maybe. Had family and end of year melancholy over. Why do you call it melancholy? I guess, I don't know, it's winter time. You know, as happy and cheery as we like to make it the holidays, you know, with Christmas and the lights and the decorations and the songs, right? Wintertime is very much a time of death, you know? The plants go to sleep, the birds go away, people get sick. It is very much a time of death. There's nothing around. And this is shown in like media too, right? In movies, in books, in video games. You know, wintertime is the time of death, of like retreating, of like surviving. It's not thriving. Nobody thrives in the winter. Unless you're Canadian. then maybe you thrive a little bit in winter time. But I don't think it's seriously thriving. Like I will climb a mountain in the wintertime. I will snowshoe up a mountain and I will feel great. But it's like you're conquering adversity, which feels great, but it's still surviving. I don't think it's really thriving. So yeah, I guess melancholy does make sense. So how I power my device without getting long cable is I powered my power USB hub by Ugreen into my monitor. Since it has like up to 95 watt power delivery. Power my hub for external HDD gamepad microphone. Yeah, I cannot do that though. I can't plug anything into my I can't plug that stuff into my like my powered USB has its own like power supply. That's not the issue. The issue is getting the data over from 20 feet away. That's Rainbow it. Rainbow it. Rainbow it. Rainbolt. You mean Thunderbolt? I wish I could afford Thunderbolts. I don't have space for it. I just learned my PC, my motherboard, actually has room. It actually has a Thunderbolt thread or header, so I can actually install a Thunderbolt expansion card. But I can't do that because that's where my video capture card is currently. So I can't actually do that. It sucks. If I upgrade my PC, I'm gonna get maybe not a Thunderbolt 4, but like I'll get one that has USB 4 built into it. And then I can use like a very long USB 4 hub. But I think it might just be cheaper for me to move my desk to face that wall. I just don't know if the feng shui will feel good. But like the feng shui is not particularly great right now. My room's not optimal because it's my recording studio and also my sleeping room. I might actually just start sleeping in a different room. And what I'll do here is that I'll put like one of those, what do you call those? Like a day bed. So like a really small bed that I can just lie down on when I feel like I'm gonna faint. Unfortunately, I still have health issues, and I'm very tired a lot. So sometimes I have to like find the nearest soft thing to keel over on. I wasn't working, my cousin was though. Oh no. Hopefully your cousin can have a break now. I'm thriving just to spite Santa. What did Santa Claus do to you? Did he try to steal your blimp too? I don't know what the fuck Lauren was doing this year in VTRP. I don't know what the heck he was doing. Also, let me put on some fireplace crackling audio. Let me put some fireplace music. There we go. HR came over today and we played D&D. Human Resources came over to your house to play D&D? That's a first. That's a first. Yeah, I don't know what the heck Lauren was doing this year in the server. He just randomly started stealing people's stuff. Started shooting. It's a shame he couldn't come earlier. I wonder if he had some stuff going on. But it was nice too that he brought like Mrs. Tacloss. How I do that has its own power source, so I plug it into the monitor, so it's kind of daisy chain. Then monitor into my PC. Yeah, I can't do that, like, because the monitor is not even close enough either. My whole setup, all my monitors, my mixer, like everything is on my desk, which is very far away from my actual computer. I would not daisy chain things, honestly, even if I did. Have it close, I would prefer not to do that just because I need the latency to be as low as possible. Especially if you're gaming, like me, if you're a gamer. Frankly, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have put my PC on this wall. I should have just put it on the other wall. Alright. So, I guess what we're gonna try to do this right now on this stream. Why can't I talk? I noticed yesterday too, I couldn't really talk. Why can I not form sentences? What's going on? Speaking is like 90% of what a VTuber does. Boom, power delivery over 20 feet instead of 310. We're gonna try to figure out what we're gonna do this year. I mean, talking is hard, yes. I mean, talking for me is specifically hard. It's... God, I hate this stuff so much. I wish I could talk better. Debuff still there. Frick. We're gonna try to do some... Yeah, I'm having a seizure. Stop saying 2026 New Year goals. Now, I didn't set out any specific goals last year. I didn't write anything down, but I did have hopes. Alright, I had hopes. I had hopes and I had dreams and they were shattered completely. Alright, what are we gonna do here? Let's make a paper layer. Make it a little grayer so it's easier to see. That's an ugly shade of gray. Let's make it a nicer shade of gray. Alright. So, what do we do here? How do we do this? I was watching Jun's stream earlier, so I'm just gonna copy what he did. Oh, that's ugly. Let's see. Get a smaller brush. All right. $20, $25, and then 20. Oh man, my hands are gonna... Oh, this feels so wrong. I need to... This is the sad part. I have a tablet. I have a graphics tablet. And I can't even plug the damn thing in. I can't even plug the damn thing. I used to give... You know who I used to give shit for this stuff? Freaking Arakita Seigi. I gave that guy shit for this. He had like... What was it? Like an Apollo Twin or something. Some really high-end audio interface. And he didn't plug it in because it needed a Thunderbolt. And I'm like, why don't you just you know, get a Thunderbolt card. And he's like, I don't want to. I'm like, okay. But like, I'm in that same situation where I have like a really nice piece of hardware that I can't even use. I guess in some ways I did become like him. I really admired that guy. That guy was funny. He is good at gaming. He could mix. He could sing. I'm nothing like him. I wish I was. All right. So, what did we learn from 2026 or 2025? What did we learn? What did we learn? Oh wait, no, before that. What did we try to do? What did we try to do? What did I try to do? I'm trying to remember what was going on in my head during my hiatus last year. Eh. Welcome back, Southern. Welcome back. What did I do during my hiatus? I yeah. All right. Before I even get to like what did we try to do or like what did we learn, we'll start with what was going through my head. Was going through my head during hiatus. And maybe I should be doing this in like Canva or something instead. That's so ugly. Question mark. I was freaking out, as one does, about my health. As one does, I was freaking out about my health. I need a better job, which means beating my ADHD. Yeah, same. I was also freaking out about jobs. Freaking out about jobs. Hoping and praying. Oh wait, no, I was also filled with hope. Hopium, because I was singing and I could actually talk normally again. My debuff was gone. My debuff was actually gone for a month or two. Those are the best times of my life. So I was training my voice non-stop. Pretty much the whole time I was training my voice. Okay, we should not be aligning middle, we should be aligning to the left. Okay, so what did I try to do last year? Like actual concrete stuff. I tried to be more consistent, especially with my scheduling. And if you guys have been following my channel, which I know you have, you'd know that this worked for like 3 months. What was it? I came back in February. I came back in like late February, early March. And then I did it until June. I came up with consistent weekly schedules until June. And then I started crashing out because my health, because my treatment failed. My treatment completely failed, and I was crashing out. My life was over. I was gonna die. Everything was just, it was just not good. And I basically started doing guerrilla streams from June all the way until even December. I basically made my waiting rooms every day on the day of, which was obviously not good if you're trying to grow your channel. Or even just trying to retain viewers. Nah. Very, very, very bad. Another thing I wanted to do was put out 3 covers. These are all covers that I recorded back to back. Like, on one day I recorded 1 cover, the next day I recorded another cover, and the third day I recorded another. I almost recorded 2 covers on the last day, and then I had to go in for surgery. I was doing my recordings up until like 2 hours before I had to get in my car to get my surgery done. Now, obviously I have 1 cover out. You guys know, I only have 1 cover out. The 2 of them, I put out my recordings, and it is everything else that's like getting in the way. For one of them, it's like mixing, it's getting caught up in mixing. The other one, it's getting caught up in artist troubles, because artists, very funny. Artists ADHD, they get into their slumps, and then they promise they'll deliver, but like, honestly, probably should have just found someone else to do it. I should have a policy, because like I'm letting my partner handle the art for this one. I just went along with what they were doing, but I feel like I should have a policy, at least when I do my own covers, in that if artist does not respond or does not deliver like within the month of what they promised, just find a different artist. There's so many artists out there. You can find a different artist. What else did we try to do? Because that feels like the main things I tried to do last year was I tried to be more consistent, and I tried to put out 3 covers. Oh yeah, I wanted to put out a voice pack. And I wanted to do that, fulfill my birthday loligami thing. That's why part of why I didn't do a birthday stream this year, because I took a lot of money and I promised Loligami Requiem a dance cover, and I didn't do it. I'm still learning how to do it right now. I'm exploring whether or not I can do a 3D tracking thing. Because, you know, I'm friends with Twig, and Twig does so many concerts, so Twig can actually make a 3D model for me if I really need it. So I'm exploring whether I want to do it in a live camera and, you know, just wear a cosplay or something, or if I want to do it in 3D tracking. But regardless, I want to actually do the dancing myself. I don't want to just, you know, copy paste someone else's tracking data for the dance. It feels way too low effort. Oh, let me go put some more wood in that. Let me put some more wood in the fireplace. And you know what? That was another thing. I wanted to get diagnosed. I wanted to get diagnosed so I could get some fentanyl or like meth or whatever it is that they use to help ADHD people focus. At least like as a temporary measure while my current treatment is ongoing. Like my current treatment might help with the focus issues. Actually probably will help with the focus issues, but it's very like a secondary symptom sort of thing. What did I learn? What did I learn? Mental health go brr. What did we learn? I learned I'm actually like very Menhera. I was having like my Sasuke crash out, I'm gonna kill everybody in my family arc. It was not good. It was not good. Mental health go brr. And mental health destroying everything else is right up there, right? I could have probably taken another break, but I tied my... See, there's not a lot of things I get to enjoy doing. Gaming is one of them, but I only play games that I stream now. And so the games I really enjoyed, like Silksong, Hollow Knight, and all these other stuff, Digimon, I didn't play them off stream. But they're also like how I like deal with stress. So it was hard for me to go on hiatus because I'm like, I want to finish these games. I want to keep playing these games, but I can't if I go on hiatus. So going on hiatus would just be torture for me. I had made it so that going on hiatus would be torture. I've conditioned myself to enjoy streaming. Fuck. So I didn't actually get burnt off. I didn't get burnt off. I didn't get burnt out. Right, that's not my issue. I didn't get burnt out. But like my mental health was just not good, and I had set up my stress relief in a way that I couldn't relieve stress unless I streamed. So it was like I didn't feel like streaming, but if I didn't stream, I didn't feel good, which was that's a funny way to trap yourself. I set up my stress relief, so I had to stream, which is sucked. It really sucked. Hey Zuni, hello, hello, happy new year, happy new year. Happy new year. What else did I learn from my experiences in 2025? Well, so we learned that my mental health goes brr, and sometimes that messes me up. So I couldn't put out a consistent schedule. I noticed I am highly affected by my relationships, so by my friends and whatnot, by people around me. Let's just go with that. I'm highly affected by people around me. Why don't we make this thing a little bit bigger? Change canvas size. Give me some more room to work with. I'm highly affected people around me. My motivation tanks so hard if like I'm having an argument with someone. And if I'm having disagreements in like creative process, that also really affects me. It really bothers me. Cause like I'm a horrible people pleaser. I am a horrible people pleaser. I need to figure out a way that I can disagree with someone without feeling like an asshole, without making them angry, or at the very least without making them hate me. My default presumption when anyone disagrees with me is they fucking hate me. They hate me. They hate me. They hate me. Ooh. Pleading emoji. Wait, does that not work? I cannot put emojis in this. You can't type emojis in this. That's terrible. They hate me. Wait, why is this different? Why is this a different? Why is this a different size? There we go. So I gotta figure out a way so that I can have disagreements with people, you know, and figure shit out without having my mental be completely like devastated. PN face all around, yeah, PN face all around. Cause like I like socializing. All right, I'm maybe a VTuber. But like I like touching grass. Sounds like you need a manager. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Because I know VTuber managers. And yeah, that's half of their job. Is managing their Menhera talents is like brainworms. That's half of their job. The other half is like actually doing management work. Yes, because like, you know, managers do actually do management work. Hello there. Oh, hey Tara. Happy New Year. 新年、まあ、なんだっけ新年明けましておめでとう。Half manager, half therapist. Yeah, that's why I would never work as a manager because I know exactly what they do, and I'm like, I cannot deal with that, man. I have a friend who in their company, the talents conspired to get the male manager to kill himself. Yeah, he had like a mental breakdown and he was like, it was not good. Yeah, no, like seriously, guys, VTubers are not well, especially the corporate ones. They are not good in the head. He wasn't even a bad guy. He was trying his best. That's the sad part. Like he didn't deserve it. He was trying his best to help them out. And they were lashing out at him. He was a married dude too, I think. I think he was married too. So like, you know, it's not like he didn't know how to talk to women. So it was just like, but like, man, oh man, I would never want to work as a VTuber manager ever. Ever. Please don't make me a VTuber manager, I swear to God. Hit that recreation button. What's the recreation button? And I've met a lot of VTubers, and you know, some of them have interesting ways of stress relief. We'll just keep it at that. Some of them have very interesting ways to relieve stress, which obviously they don't tell their viewers. They don't tell their viewers. They told me, because, like, well, we're friends. But, like, holy. Like, honestly, on, like, the scale of, like, okay, that's pretty normal, to, okay, that's weird. Or, oh, okay, I'd say, like, gooning is probably at, like, the low end of the spectrum when it comes to stress relief. Like, gooning is probably, like, the least crazy thing people do to relieve stress that I have come across. Crack injection straight to the eyes, they got it. You're not too off the mark, honestly. Man, you're not too off the mark. And it's like the people you don't suspect too. Right? You beat people up in games, you know, that's a pretty fair way to go about things, honestly. That's a fair way to go about things. So yeah. What else did I learn in 2025? Guys, you gotta help me out. What is there any like patterns you noticed about how I am? This is a collaborative effort, all right? This is a collaborative effort. I gotta figure things out. This is for you guys too. Like if I can take some more lessons from 2025 and I can improve on that, you'll get more Hakuya and you'll get better Hakuya. No, I guess I can put out collabs are hard. Like, not just in organizing collabs, but like knowing how to navigate people's community cultures, because not all VTubers have the same types of community culture. I'm used to YouTube community culture, right? I'm used to the more of the immersion, more idol, more, you know, performer and entertainer style communities. I am not used to Twitch communities, and they got me in trouble a couple times. I'm not used to Twitch communities. I'm not used to Twitch rules. So that was a hurdle that I had to. Well, I got hit in the face with it. I got hit in the face with it. Twitch rules? I mean, just like language rules. Things with Twitch collabs. Twitch chat, when you like do Twitch shared chat, there's etiquette with that as well that like I didn't understand. You got banned? No, I didn't get banned, but like I did stuff that was like considered risky for like my collab partners, which I didn't realize. Twitch is much more strict about language. Twitch is much more strict about language than YouTube. You can say whatever swear words you want on YouTube. I can say whatever swears I want as well, even though I stream to Twitch as well, but that's only because like nobody watches me on Twitch. so no one's gonna report me. The bigger you get, the more likely you're gonna get reported, right? And you know, the haters just want an excuse to be able to report you. So they're gonna be watching eyes like a hawk. Yeah, so some of my collab partners got upset, and that was on me. And I realized that also, like, even though I'm friends with some people, we're not entertaining together. At least like in like the context that we tried to collab, we weren't entertaining together. There wasn't a good flow. I feel like with certain people, like I need like a mediator. I need a third person there to smooth things over and make it easier for me to relax. Whatever platform you are, as long as you're big, some people try to cancel. For real, for real. But this is more out of consideration for my collab partners. Right? I don't really care whatever happens to my channel. It's more like they risk their channel getting attacked because of something I say while we're in VC together in collab, right? You can't say the R word in Twitch for some reason. I'm just like, oh, okay. It's pretty standard on YouTube, especially for YouTube gaming. It's very standard. So yeah, collabs are hard, and that goes with either both, you know, game collabs, but also with, you know, making covers, trying to produce a cover. More complicated the more people you have. So like, you know, Pam's concert, big massive issues that she somehow just completely glides through. And of course it stresses her out a lot, but she's able to get like 350 people into one concert. And it sounds great, right? It sounds great too. And she had some helpers this year. She even admitted it, that it's gotten too big for her to deal with herself. I think I need to... What was it? RPGs are really long. I was having so much trouble this year trying to fit all these different games into my schedule. Right? You know, Hollow Knight is very long. Silksong is very long. It's nice to have long games, but I think I want to keep my long games to like one long game at a time. Because if you look at my stream, my YouTube channel, if you look at my YouTube channel, right, and you scroll down on the streams I did in September and October, I basically played 3 games. I played Silent Hill, I played Digimon, and I played Silksong, and that was the only thing I did during those months. I played 3 games. And every stream was, especially Silksong, was ridiculously long. Digimon too. 9 hours for Digimon. I don't know if I want to do any more JRPGs in the future. Because they just take so long to do. They take so long to do. Schedule gets bogged down. Yeah, I wanted to do more unique content. Or at the very least, I want to start doing more. See, I've been wanting to do. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do dedicated Zatsus. And we tried to do weekly. I know what one thing I really wanted to do was the breakfast streams. Breakfast hand cams. As well as like, you know, fireplace streams. But what ended up happening was that setting up the fireplace streams was honestly kind of really hard, because I had to I couldn't do anything, right? I had it all hooked up to my laptop. And there was also a mic that I hooked up separately to another mixer. But like I couldn't actually do anything on my laptop while I was doing that. You know, I was sitting on the hardwood floor. I didn't even have a cushion. My ass hurt. I had to put on that. That big cardboard, not cardboard, cardstock mask. It was fun making that mask. That was a fun stream. That was actually like really flammable, and like the glue I used was probably also flammable. So like if that thing caught fire, I would have like had 3rd-degree burns. So definitely like I'm probably never going to use that thing again. It's really dangerous. And you know, because of my mental state, I wasn't able to wake up. Well, I already could not wake up very well because of my health. I had difficulty waking up and sleeping at normal hours. But I do want to start doing that still. I still want to do, you know, late morning, early afternoon breakfast streams. And just chat. I want to get better at chatting without having a game, without playing a game. That would be nice. I think it's a skill that I have that's underdeveloped. I need to get better at just yapping. And I guess being okay with being quiet sometimes. I think when I do these Zatsus, I'm always like nervous. I'm like, oh, I need to start talking. I gotta keep yapping. But sometimes silence is alright. Though you do want to have some kind of flow. Just don't overwhelm yourself. Yeah, that's the problem, is that it's hard to gauge when, because my energy levels, like, they spike and they dip. Nah. So yeah, well, we're gonna try to avoid any more JRPGs. Even though I really like them, because like, you know, I got Final Fantasy Tactics, and yeah, it was trending, but of my friends who all got Tactics, how many of them actually finished the game? There's one person I know who played the games, and they finished the entire game, but they played nothing but the game, and they just have a captive audience, right? They're a big streamer. They can do whatever the heck they want. And people will just show up. Nah. Like, this is one of the 8 reasons why I can't stream Yakuza games. Because, you know, everybody likes Yakuza games, but nobody wants to watch Yakuza games. Nobody wants to watch Yakuza games. Everyone says they like it, but nobody actually shows up. So yeah, we're trying to vary up. We're gonna try to get some more variety in our streams. Nah. Is there anything more that I can try to be objective about in 2025? What did I attempt to do? I guess these are the main things. I tried to collab more, and it just did not go well. I tried to put myself out more at cons as well. And that also had like, it was mixed bag. Cause you know, I definitely like became closer to a lot of my friends at cons. But I also like ran into like some conflict. You know, the people I get along with, I really get along with, and the people I don't get along with, like, it's like, are we gonna get in a fist fight? Are we gonna throw hands? But you know what? Most of the time, the people that I don't get along with turn out to be horrible people. So maybe that's also there's like a silver lining in that. Is that like, okay, I don't have to get along with these people because they're probably bad people. Did I mention, guys, that at one point one of my VTuber friends, like we wanted to form an indie group, right? And they wanted to invite this person who wanted to become a VTuber, but like I knew them, I didn't like them. They're like, oh, they're cool, you should let them join. I'm like, no, that guy sounds like a duck. He's got like the most, how do I say this? He's got the most unaesthetic voice I've heard in my life. His voice is like the absolute opposite of Riz. And so, you know, for a long time I didn't like this guy. I thought he was like an entitled asshole. So okay, we ended up not forming an indie group. And then like this year, I'm you know, just out and about touching grass, and people are like, "Hey, have you checked Reddit? Have you seen the news? This guy's he's facing trial for he's facing trial for what was the words? For pursuing sexual relations with a minor." And this wasn't just like one case. This was like one out of like many that people were talking about. I did not know about this because I was not close to this person at all. I wasn't close to this person at all. But like, I just didn't like them. So I'm like, what are you talking about? And then they're like, they open up their phone and they show me, and I'm like, what the fuck? So okay, so he's been a predator for a long time. It's not just like recently. He's getting sued for like something that happened like many years ago. And they just didn't have like the courage to speak up about it until they talked to other women, and they're like, yeah. See, these sometimes you're like really like skeptical. You're like, was he a terrible partner, or like did you just not want to feel guilty about it? But like, no, like he actually was like a predator, and he was much older than I thought he was. I thought he was young. But he was older than me, and he was going for girls that were like much younger than me. So I'm like, whoa. Wait, who? They're not a VTuber, but they tried to become a VTuber. My friend tried to invite them to become an indie group with me. And my friend. So like, I discovered two things. One, I thought that I was a terrible judge of character, But it turns out that's not true. I am a pretty okay judge of character. Maybe I can't judge women too well, but I can definitely judge men very well. And he ended up being a terrible person. I didn't know why exactly he was a terrible person. I just didn't like him. But, you know, I am vindicated. And the other thing I learned is that my friend was a... What do you call it? He was an enabler. Yeah. So I learned that, you know, I'm right. This person was a terrible person. And second, I learned that my friend who wanted to invite this guy was an enabler. So I had to get rid of him too. This bothered me a lot. This really bothered me. This is like part of why I was crashing out. Like a lot of things were building up this last year that made me crash out. And this was one of them. Oh shit, the fire is like running out of fuel. Let me go put some more logs on there. And then we'll get back to this topic. All right. Sorry for dropping a bombshell on you and then like walking away. The flames were dying out. me catch up on chat. Trust is vital for indie groups. Trust is extremely vital. Do research and stuff. Research on what? And you're behind when it comes to some games. Yeah, like, see, I don't want to compete with other bigger streamers for certain games. But maybe I should have played Silksong earlier. Nah. It's because I was still in the middle of Hollow Knight. I didn't want to start Silksong before I finished Hollow Knight. Hello, Chibbity. Hello, hello. Timeless games like Apex or Fortnite you can play anytime. Nobody watches Apex. Nobody watches Apex. I still like Apex, but nobody watches it. Bro failed the vibe check and it was a good time. It was a good call, yeah. Often I think I have terrible vibe check, but like... Now, it turns out I'm vindicated. I thought it was like, why do I hate this guy? Everybody else seems to like him. And then I realized, oh, I guess he's just liked because he was, I don't know, part of the popular kids, or like he had control, or he had money. It's really weird. You look at stuff like, what was it? The Stein of Ep, right? And you think, how did they get away with that shit? And you don't have to look very far to find smaller examples of it. Of people that just like are excused for what they're doing because like they're friends with the right people, or they're somehow in the popular gang, and then nobody says anything. Even though everybody knows it, they just choose to ignore it. My fetish is adult woman, I'm in the clear. Fair, fair. Bro, I think my fetish is that I want someone who loves me. I want someone who loves me genuinely. God, please send me someone like that. They don't exist, but like, please. Maybe they can exist. Apex sure is a game that exists, yeah. I still like Apex, it's just nobody watches it anymore. I guess it just fell out of favor. People don't like playing it anymore. But I didn't like Valorant either. I think I had a discussion last time with some friends. Or maybe it was on someone's stream. Right, so... League of Legends is the game for late millennials, right? League of Legends is the game for late millennials. It's what the boys and girls will they'll dual queue in the bottom lane, and the girl will get mad if the guy can't carry her. My brother and his ex were like that. Though I'm not sure who was getting mad at who exactly, but they were definitely fighting over bot lane duo queue. That definitely happened. And Valorant is the game. Valorant and what was the other one? Valorant and shit, the name escapes me. It's the game that everybody got mad at because they didn't have a campaign. The one that Marvel Rivals is based on. But yeah, Valorant and that game are for early Zoomers. Overwatch, that's the one. Overwatch and Valorant are for early Zoomers. Again, you have your E couples and your actual couples. playing Valorant together, except they're more obnoxious because now they're in a VC, they're in voice chat that everybody else has to listen to. So they're even more obnoxious. But I will admit that, like, I think early Zoomer girls are better gamers than late millennials, than late millennial girls. Am I being sexist? Probably. I do think that early Zoomers are better at gaming than late millennials, but I think that's just a trend in general. I think gamers are getting better younger. With each generation, they're getting better and better at gaming than the older generations are. I think that's just a general trend, regardless if you're a boy or girl, or whatever else you might be. That's just a general trend. And so Marvel Rivals is for, you know, later Zoomers. I think Marvel Rivals is the game for late Zoomers. I think that's ageist, not sexist. Come on, eh? Marvel Rivals is for the late Zoomers. You know, and every generation thinks the previous game is horrible. So early Zoomers think League is cancer. Late Zoomers think Valorant is cancer. The generational divide is crazy. It's the same for social media. Millennials use Facebook and sometimes Instagram. Earlier Zoomers use what? They use Discord and they use Instagram. And then the later Zoomers, they use TikTok and like Xiaohongshu. They use the little red book. There's a term that you're talking about, missing stair or missing step, where there's someone who's a problem that people get told to work around instead of just removing them. What? Is this in reference to like the Predator guy, or is this in reference to like to like the duo queuing couples? The Predator guy, yeah. The missing stair. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Cause like the guy is he was well liked up until the point he had to sit trial, after which it became uncool to like him. I definitely wanted to do shorter streams, but it seems like if I look back, right, Silent Hill streams were at least 6 hours long. Digimon streams were like 8 hours long. Heck, even Reverse, Chapter 6 was 8 hours long. I wanted to do shorter streams. I don't think it's healthy for me to do such long streams. It's not good for my physical health, and it's not good for my mental health or the channel health for me to keep doing these really long streams. 4 hours should be like optimal for game streams. 4 hours, no more. I will say, like, oh, what I did try to do was clips. And I did end up doing clips. It took me all the way till the end of the year to do them, but I did them. And I figured out how to do it. Learned? I can clip, but I already knew that. I can make decent clips. And I could probably put more work into my clips that aren't like montages like I'm doing right now with GTA. I can probably add sound effects and slip in some memes here and there, and that'll elevate my clips to being much higher quality. I don't want to focus too hard on the clips because in the end it's supplementary. But I also learned I am an amazing singer. Not to glaze myself too hard, but I think I did pretty well on my cover. I'd never been mixed before. I've never made a cover before ever. So hearing myself with the plasma cover was so good. And I was able to receive compliments and actually receive them and not feel bad about them. Because usually when I receive compliments, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm terrible. So that was good. So I want to figure out how to do more of that, you know? How to be more proud of my work. Let's actually write that down. Let's write that down right now. Goals. Be more proud of my work and make more of it. Do you want the sound effects collection I used to make my clips? You know, I would love that. I would love that. Oh, hey, Pat. Hello, hello. Konbanwa. Happy New Year. How are you doing? Come. Take a seat by the fire. I don't have any cocoa for you, though. Chilling in bed. That's a great way to enjoy the new year, honestly. I'm probably gonna go right to sleep. I still have more clips to do. I still have more GTA clips to do, but I can sleep. I know like the GTA hype wave is over already, so I'll just slowly release them. You just had boba? Man, I would not be able to sleep if I had boba. I don't drink boba that much. Bubble tea is like really... It's really sugary, right? I always get like... What do you usually get? I usually get like... half sugar and 0 ice. Even like in summer, I don't like having ice. Part of it is that like my teeth are sensitive, so I don't like overly cold foods. And the other part of it is that the more ice they put in there, the less actual like drink you're getting. Right? The more ice that's in there, the less drink you get. And I want more drink. I paid for drink, so I want drink, not ice. Are you a PST too? Do I have post-traumatic stress disorder? Yes. Am I traumatized? Yes. I'm joking. No, yeah, no, I am a Pacific I am a Pacific person. Yeah. I'm in Pacific time. But yeah, what I've met like so many people through GTA, through going to Offkai, and through going to Otakuthon. You meet a lot of different kinds of creators, not just VTubers, right? And you know, last week I felt so sad. Why did I feel so sad? I felt really sad because I was actually clearing out my Twitter following. Because I used to follow a lot of creators who are now, they're gone. Right? They were VTubers or artists or singers from like 2021, 2022. And they just fell off the face of the earth. And you think, oh, did they join a company? Some of them did. But a lot of them, they just quit content creation altogether. Some people stopped being VTubers and they just became face cam streamers, which is nothing wrong with that. It's just... I feel like I should do a proper stream about this. Because it's something I've been feeling for a long time. And it's only when I started looking at my following list that I realized, oh, I felt very sad, and I honestly felt kind of betrayed by all these people who had promise, right? And it's like, oh, I thought they were really amazing, and then they end up being failed by the community or by the industry. Like, some of them were corporate, and they walked out because the companies were not well managed. And so like the money just kept on bleeding until the company couldn't afford to run anymore. I felt very disappointed and very betrayed by not just like, you know, all these people who I wish were still around, and I really miss them. Because like we stopped talking basically after they stopped being content creators. I mean, that's fair. You know, people have different phases of their lives. But you never really know if you're actually friends or not. Whether or not you'll still continue to keep contact after they stop making content, right? I felt very betrayed by the way the companies ran, the way that the big companies, you know, how they set the stage, you know, because they were the first ones into the Western market. They set the stage for how people would feel and how people would see VTubing. And honestly, I feel like they kind of sabotaged it for everybody else. I think for a long time I've talked about how like there's differences between English and Japanese VTubing. And people are very ignorant about how it works in Japan. Because like, what was it? One thing that recently happened was that Suzuhara Lulu, one of my Oshis, she came back to a Nijisanji. And you know, if you've been in VTubing for like more than half a second, you'd know that people don't like Nijisanji. Well, as soon as she came back, people were like, no, actually Nijisanji is really cool, and you know, the JP side is actually really cool, and like, you know, or Nijisanji is getting better, and it's like, your ignorance is so... It's always been like this, right? It never changed. It's always been like this. The people who it feels like people who like have like the attention of a goldfish. Ne? It never changed. It never changed. It's always been that way. There's good and there's bad. But people overstate certain things because of how small their worldview is, with their lack of experience and their ignorance. So they'll just let their perceptions be defined by the things that they can see, right? Like, Ninja Sanji was never bad. You don't get to be the biggest VTubing company on Earth by being bad. You don't. Like, Ninja Sanji has been the biggest VTubing company since 2019. Maybe 2018. They're massive. And maybe they're not doing so well in the West, but that doesn't change the fact that they still have the most money. They still have the most assets. Or what do you call it? Value? Something like that. I don't trade too much. I don't know the proper term, but like they've always been like the biggest in real terms. But just because they're not doing so well in the West, people will think, oh no, Hololive has always been the big. Fuck off. Capital, yeah. Capital valuation, I think it was. Something like that. So it's just really annoying to me. People were like, oh, they're changing their minds because of this one thing. And it's like, no, it never changed. It never changed. People hear all the time of people who graduate, but they rarely hear of someone who ungraduates. Nah. But this isn't even the first time someone's gone back. And you think, well, why would anyone want to go back? Corporations are evil. And it's like, there are a lot of things you can only do in a corporation. Like, it's getting like to the point where you can do more and more as an indie. But do you want to go through that struggle? Do you want to become your own boss? Do you want to organize everything yourself? Do you want to have to do payrolls? That's kind of not easy. It's very stressful to run your own business. Wistful. There are artists I've followed who have just disappeared, who got tired of doing their content and wiped it all. Yeah. Japanese artists are very guilty of that. They just they get in a headspace and then they wipe all of their work. Panda Hoodie graduated. Yeah, she graduated and then she came back. Her graduation was kind of a protest graduation, but like she got what she wanted and she's just been doing what she wants and she's happy with it. You know? I know one of the former Ninja Sanji people will say, oh, it was a cage in there, and it's like, yes, it is, but it's also a cage you willingly stepped into, which is also what they said. It was a cage, but it was a cage I willingly stepped into. They're not blaming anyone because it's a job. It's a job. People are so caught up in like the idol thing, and like everybody always has to write on their own tragedy of oh my dreams. Bro, it's a job. It's always been a job. If you can fulfill your dreams, that's nice, but that's like a bonus. That's not what it's for. This industry was not created for your sake. It was created because there was a demand. People were willing to pay money for it, and people found out you could make money from it. I wouldn't say that's true, Dank. I wouldn't say that's true. About managers who like make everyone feel home, pepper them. I think that's just a narrative. In any company, those who are like the most popular are going to get the most resource investment. And like saying like someone only matters because they make money is also just like that's also like a narrative and an emotional valuation. People are just more professional all around in Japan. But like I don't want to get in too deeply into the, company versus company thing. I was disappointed overall by how the culture has developed. There's so much tribal fighting. There's so much tribal fighting, infighting, and like fighting against each other. There's so much. VTubing has become so focused on parasocialism. It's not even funny. It was not like this originally. It used to be a chill place. It used to be so chill. And then like money got involved, and now everyone's like watching what they say. Everyone's like tiptoeing around, walking on eggshells. Who you're friends with, like, has dictated how things go around. And I feel people have stopped caring about the content being made. I was watching some old clips from some older streamers that I really enjoyed. One of them was like Bon Bon, right? From Nijisanji ID, which is defunct now, but I still really liked him. I thought he was very entertaining. I thought he was a funny guy. He was great at gaming and he had good immersion. But like, a lot of VTubers aren't interested in telling stories anymore with their streams. They're telling stories with their lives, but that's celebrity worship. I don't like that. I've never been interested in it. I wanted there to be value in the streams themselves, not in like the story of how this person came to be. Like it stopped being about the artistry. And it started becoming so focused on parasocialism. Doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. That stuff is just endemic everywhere if you want to succeed. And it's so sad. Because I think audiences used to just enjoy people chilling out and having fun. And it's become less so now. Like the Ninja seems to want to cater towards every niche field. Yeah. Within Nijisanji, you will find one streamer, at least one streamer, for whatever kind of niche you possibly enjoy. Whatever niche interest, there's one person there for it. See, Dank, that's also a emotional valuation, right? Putting emotions and morals into it. It's very like personal, and it's very one-sided. It's incredibly one-sided because like I don't like how they treated this one person. And it's like that one person does not have the full picture, right? Or maybe I don't want to say they're lying because I don't know. Because I feel like people they'll always take advantage of the situation. They'll always say whatever makes them look better. They'll do whatever it takes to get the most amount of people on their side. And entertainers are really good at this. This is like their main thing. They're also part marketers, right? Their whole career is getting people on their side. But I feel like people are blinded because of that. There is so much stuff that goes on behind the scenes, man. I don't even know all of it. I don't think I even know half of it. But like, you know, I've known when companies were going to fail before their own talents did. Which is kind of sad, but it wasn't really my place to say anything. But yeah, I don't want to go too much on the companies themselves. I just don't like the way that culture is developed. I wish there was more artistry involved. I wish people were more... I wish VTubing wasn't put in a box. I wish we could do more things in it. And it looks like people are pushing more to try to get out of that box now. You know, people are fighting the idol norms. They're posting about their marriages, which is really cute, honestly. There's more people trying to make out of the box content. You know, Shindigs is getting bigger and bigger. I love that man. You know, you meet so many talented people in GTA, but obviously not everybody gets not everybody gets like viewers, right? Because like their niche isn't nobody follows their niche. Their niche is not popular in VTubing. Like say you're into wrestling, right? But so you'd make a VTuber wrestler. But like wrestling fans don't watch VTubers. Which you think they would because, you know, there's a kayfabe aspect, but they don't. Maybe because of stigma, I don't know. Yeah, very much is like when the money came in, and it became less about making things that were interesting and entertaining and fun to watch, and became more about, oh, look at who this famous person is like working together with. They're working with another famous person. There's something special about what they're doing. There's something special about what they're doing, but look, there are two famous people collabing. You know, clap. Please clap. You know, the clap sign and the laugh sign is on. That's your cue. I became very disappointed with the type of people who get hired in corpos. You know, I know ASMR has always been a big deal. It's always been big. But it wasn't just ASMR. It wasn't just this parasocialism stuff. But it's taken up more and more of it as times have gone. And I used to be quite proud of VTubing growing, and then at some point it just turned into disappointment and betrayal. I feel personally betrayed. This is not like a general statement. I feel personally betrayed. This is saying something as someone who worked on one of the original VTubing companies. I worked at one of the original VTubing companies in Japan as a translator, and like I got fired for stupid reasons. That was a black company. Mechanics and anime doesn't overlap. It feels like very much like the well got poisoned. especially by bad actors. And that's like a dual meaning. They're bad at acting. One, they're bad at acting, and two, certain people have done so much damage to VTubing by like sabotaging whatever company they entered, either when they entered it or when they left it. They've just been sabotaging everything for personal gain. You know, they walked up the ladder, they climbed up the ladder, and they fucking set it on fire and kicked it down. Or they just took the ladder up with them. So that it wasn't possible for other people to join. I know of several people, I can name several people, where through no fault of their own, they failed to gain an audience. And it was because of other people who were very immature and selfish that these people lost their opportunities. There's like, people say the word community so often, but their actions do not have any shred of community consideration. They're only thinking about themselves. It's very sad that these self-centered people get to do this. It's very sad. And it does make me angry. It makes me angry for myself. It makes me angry for others. And dear, can you yap about it? At this point, I'm not sure what's NDA anymore. But I also don't want to be overly rude. Sorry if I'm vague posting too much, but like There's a female wrestler cowgirl I follow, and no, I don't really watch her. Not stigma, it doesn't overlap, yeah. VTuber wrestling because it's funny LARPing. Yeah. Like, what? I think I saw Xander was collabing with the Holostars and a Nijisanji a couple weeks ago. And that's pretty cool. You have an indie and you have people from the two biggest corporations together. And nobody cared about it. Nobody talked shit about it. Nah. And that was good. That was good. I want more of that. There's so much talent going around, but like either people aren't being given the chance to do it, or like the company turns out to be horrible, or like the person themselves turned out to be horrible. So they just squander whatever they have, whatever talent that they might have. Vampire Grandpa was a great move for a community, but yeah. Yeah, it's just it's so messy. And I get it, it's a new industry. It's going to be messy. But I thought since, you know, they'd already went through these growing pains in Japan, that it might be better in the West, and it was not better in the West. It was arguably, the growing pains have been worse in the West than it was in Japan. Yeah. Arguably it was much worse. I'm sorry if I'm like getting so like broody about this, like so moody on the first day of the year. It's just, I had to let this out. Like I cried. I was like actually crying, thinking about how much was lost. Nah. All the people we lost, all the opportunities. I met a finalist to join. I met a finalist who was gonna join Vishoujo, and they're not public about it, so nobody knows it's that they were. But yeah, they were devastated. But at the same time, they're also really happy that they didn't sign, because, you know, that would have been horrible. They would have been left on the hook. There's so much going on. I'm getting so tired of all this. I feel like there's the word is mediocrity. I ranted about this a little bit in a Discord. There's like, I feel like everything's been so subsumed by mediocrity. Everyone's so consumed by money that no one's making anything interesting anymore. Of course, people are still making interesting stuff, but like comparatively speaking, I'm not feeling it like I used to. You know, it's so much of it's networking now, and networking nonstop. And then I know I've been doing my own networking, and it's so tiring. It's so tiring to do things just to network with others. And I feel like I've become trapped by this. Instead of focusing on making content, I've been swept up in the mediocrity. You know, when all the hard work has been done, and now you have like people who are not interesting, taking advantage and cashing out. And I don't want to become one of those people. I want to be entertaining on my own merits. I don't want to just I don't want to just like make money off of other people's achievements. But I feel like I'm being swept up in the mediocrity. I spent so much of my time trying to network instead of like making interesting things. I used to brainstorm up so many ideas for stuff I wanted to do. It felt like the sky was the limit. And now I have to constantly think about, oh, what do I do? What do I have to do to retain an audience? What do I have to do to potentially grow? It's always on my mind. I wish I could go back to being like more pure of mind and just focus on, you know what would be interesting? What if I did this? Right? I've been feeling some of that lately again. Of like, okay, the creative juices are juicing. Okay, what if I did that? Wait, wouldn't that be really cool? How would I do this? Like, that makes me happy. Should be highly successful, you have no choice but to do some kind of sellout. Like, even people I used to support, they've sold out. They have sold out. I don't feel any soul in them anymore when I listen to their streams, when I hear their voices. Everything they say just sounds like a canned, prepackaged response. It doesn't feel like there's an actual person there anymore. And it's so sad. It's so sad seeing like the light in someone die out. You need a manager to focus on that thinking. Can I afford a manager? Like, 1, could I afford a manager? 2, would I be able to attract a manager who sees the potential in me? That they would actually want to work for me? You don't want a bad manager, you want a good manager. want to be able to show my gratitude to my friends and to my, you know, to my friends in VTubing, but also my friends in general, to people I know, to show more gratitude more openly. That's something I would like to do. These are personal development things. But like when it comes to like the actual channel, like what I would like to do, put out those 3 covers. Make more shorts covers. I can't put out full covers because of my debuffs, but I can probably still do shorts covers. I can probably manage that at least. It's 2026, use an AI manager. I'm gonna kill you. Can't afford a manager if you don't have a 3-figure salary. All you get is counsel friends and your peers in the industry and hope for the best. Yeah, that or like get a girlfriend and she can be my manager for me. Make more shorts covers. Release that damned Loligami dance cover. I've been working on it. I've been learning how to do the dance. It's a workout. It's a really fast dance. And I don't feel like speeding it up. I don't feel like... I know some people, when they do dance covers, they'll dance slower, they'll record, and they'll dance slower, and they'll speed up the footage. I'm not doing that. That's cheating. I want to do at least one dedicated Zatsu a month. And maybe I want to put out some more membership content as well. Large corporations are replacing the human accountants with data loggers and data with AI soon. You don't even know it, man. When people glaze up corporations in VTubing, I'm like, see, a lot of people see me as like the biggest corporate defender, but like, when people glaze corporations, I'm like, oh my god, if only you knew. If only you knew. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, man. There's some systemic problems. Hey, Tech. Hey. I'm doing a bit of an overview over my last year, and I'm trying to come up with goals or maybe resolutions to do this coming year, this 2026. You know, based off of the lessons I learned. I've never made resolutions before. So I wanna make some of these are personal development goals and some of these are for the channel itself. Yeah, Happy New Year. Soon AI would replace VTubers. God, at that point just fire off the nukes, man. We need a hard reset. You know, fire off the nukes. Let's have Fallout. Let's do a hard reset. Like, what is it? I want my treatment to go well this year, but that's not a goal. That's just a prayer. That's just like me praying to like God and all the other deities of the world to like make sure my health actually comes through this year. That my treatment is actually on schedule and nothing goes wrong. So that I can like start being serious about this. So, do I want to make... I don't know if I want to do... You know, a lot of people like to do convention meet and greets. I don't feel like there's any real purpose for me to do so. Meet and greets is very much an idle thing. I don't feel there's any reason for me to do it. I know a lot of VTubers will do it so that they can see their fans. They can meet their fans. Maybe at some point I want to do that, but probably not this year. Reminds me of Melody's first debut. I remember. You have women thinking Melody has an unfair advantage of being an AI, not realizing she's an actual human with stamina. Host a singing panel. With other VTubers, probably was the best to be featured in anime convention, yeah. But like at my current... With my debuff, right? I can't put on a good show. I absolutely cannot. I watched a lot of convention concerts. I watched like a VTuber convention concert at Offkai and at Otakuthon, and the people there were so talented. I want to put something out too. But I feel like that's more of a longer term goal of performing at a concert. That's not going to happen this year. I want to make it realistic. Yeah. I'm not going to bother with... Well, maybe I could. I'm not sure if I could double my subscriber count. But that might be one thing I want to do. 2K subscribers. I think I hit 1K subscribers around June? No, around April or June. April or May or June, something like that. I hit 1K. When exactly did I hit 1K? It's on my... It's on the thing that I posted yesterday. The 2025 review. What the frick? Someone bought a bunch of stuff on my throne. What the? It was an hour ago. Bellhound, what the fuck? Bellhound, what the fuck? He bought a bunch of stuff for me from my throne. I didn't see it until now. Oh my goodness. I don't think he's still here, but thank you very much, Bellhound. What the hell? It was in June. I hit 1,000 subs in June. But like ever since June, I've not really gained that much subscribers. I'm currently at what? I'm currently at 1.16K. I want to hit 2K. I think it's doable. I just need to start putting out more evergreen content. You know, we can't just be like head empty streaming. We got to start making more clips. Make more clips? I got to get better about making more clips. Stream. Do less RPGs / long games. And limit stream time to 4 hours average. That'll be better for me. It'll give me more time to do clips. Nah. You leave Throne with a lot of stuff. It's very tempting to be Santa Claus. 1 hour yapping and 3 hours of gaming. Yeah. We can do less yapping if we have a dedicated yap stream. That's 5 hours, Dank. That's 5 hours. Two point oh still feels so far away from me. I was working on doing it in August, actually. I was working on my 2.0. And what happened was a lot of stuff happened, and then I completely lost motivation. I completely lost motivation. Because of this. Because of this, I completely lost motivation to do the 2.0. I want to get back at it though. I don't think we'll do 2.0 this year. If I'm going to make a 2.0, I want it to be because I can actually like offer something new. I also want to refrain from pouring more money into this channel unless I can actually get something out of it. I want to be responsible, you know? I always look at VTubing companies and they're just completely irresponsible with their money. And sooner or later, they just run out of cash. And I want to take those principles and apply them to myself. I'm not doing this as a hobby. It's not a career. I want to make it into a career. So I'd say it's a job. It's a job. I'm not making money from this job. We are losing money. But I want to be able to eventually make money from this job. Why less long games? Because my streams went up to like 9 hours. That's just kind of absurd. And I want to have more room for doing other things, ne? If you look at my October and my November, I played 3 games and that was the variety I had. I was either playing Digimon, Silksong, or I was either playing Digimon, Silksong, or Silent Hill. I should keep it to like once. I should keep it to one long stream, one long game per month. And that means I'm not going to be able to play every flavor of the month, but so be it. Also, I feel like I just don't enjoy our JRPGs when I'm streaming them. I get so tired. That Digimon was kind of a slog. I enjoyed Digimon, don't get me wrong, but it definitely like felt like there were so many plateaus where we're just bored. And there's nothing to talk about. So like I'm even getting bored with the act of streaming it. Like certain games are definitely better for streaming than others, objectively. And what do you mean by ASMR, Southern? I don't understand. What else can we try for 2026? To like remedy whatever was going on in 2025. Figure out how to disagree without upsetting people. Without upsetting people. And getting devastated myself. I think I'm going out of my way too much to go along with what other people want a lot of the times. Your long streams are very soothing. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Play some games off stream. Play some games off stream. Find more stress relief. People will not like you less for saying no. See, like, the thing is, like, I have very strong opinions about things, né? And sometimes these, like, run contrary to what other people believe. Because I'm very un-American. Like, I'm very un-North American. My values are much more closely aligned with Asian values. I want to learn to be more objective about myself, that's more of a lifelong goal. So I can figure out what I can improve. Exactly. I want to be more objective so I can start, you know, picking out, okay, here's what I can improve on. Stream froze? I don't appear to have dropped anything. Odd. It might be just a connection issue. Let's see. Same as before, put out more consistent schedules. Wow, my computer's lagging. And have content available or prepared in case of hiatus. Put out some kind of mentor. I've neglected my members for a long time. I want to start putting more content on my memberships. But you know, to be fair, even corporate VTubers I've seen have been very bad about putting out member content. Do I have any gaming goals? I mean, I hit Marvel Rivals Grandmaster, so... Can't say I do. Here's one. Convince chat I have a girlfriend. That's one of my goals for the new year. Is to convince you guys I actually have a girlfriend. Because I'm kind of insulted. I am kind of insulted that you guys think that I don't have a girlfriend. Or that, like, I couldn't have one. You can't even, like, bear the possibility that I could have one. I know you love me, like, that much, but... I know you guys love me so much. I know you're so parasocial for me. You guys can't get enough of the Hakuya. You can't accept it. But, like... I need you guys to fathom that I could have a girlfriend. Alright? I need you guys to fathom that I could have a girlfriend. I'm not hopeless. Nah? That's like one of my goals. I would like to increase my CCV. I would like to do that, but it's hard. It's hard, ne? That's something that everybody struggles with. So I feel like it's a bit of a moot point to try to increase your CCV. With VTubing, I feel like CCV growth comes in spikes. Like, they come in waves. They don't come gradually. It's very difficult. Usually you do something like that gets you a lot of coverage, a lot of views, and then that's what brings in the new CCVs. And then those people stay. And then you have to wait until you hit the next best thing. The next high point. Keep getting hit on, talk about fashion, yeah. Do I want to put in an ASMR? No. Not this year. A friend asked me, like, you can do, like, ASMR acting, so why don't you do it? And I'm like... The debuff is too strong. My throat actually hurts from speaking today. These Zatsu streams are rough on me. You should make some shorts of your streams and put them on YouTube. That's what I've been doing. Look at my shorts. My shorts are awesome. Look how great my shorts are doing. All my shorts are at least getting 1k views. They're getting buffed because of a VTRP and GTA, but like, hey. They're getting at least 1K views each. It's good. I'm happy with my shorts. It means I have like some kind of talent for making shorts. Maybe at some point I can get a clipper to help me. But at this point, I want to continue doing my own clips. Maybe if you convince us you're gay, you'd bring in more female viewers. Man, if I convince you I'm gay, then I won't get the Yume Joshis anymore. Assuming I have any Yume Joshis, instead I'll have like the yaoi girls, the BL girls, the Fujoshis. People are gonna like start. People are gonna start, what do you call it? Pairing me up with Ryoyo. Why are you gay? I'm not gay. Who says I'm gay? Did you put the setting that sends your shorts to non-subscribers? Is there a setting for that? YouTube Shorts, non-subscribers. Setting. I don't recall seeing that setting anywhere. You need to uncheck publish to subscriptions feed and notify subscribers box. Pretty sure. Pretty sure that doesn't happen. I can check right now. I don't think I do that. No, I don't see the setting. Because if you do that, your shorts go into the wild for everyone. It's how you see these movie shorts and VO shorts everywhere. I don't see this setting. Upload defaults. I'm looking it up, and I don't see it. Publish to subscriptions feed. And notify subscribers. I don't see it. Videos across your channel. Wait. Video details. Local. Additional options. I'm sorry, I'm focusing so much, I'm trying to find this. How about I just check my shorts? Let's see, details. Oh, it is checked. Publish to subscriptions feed and notify subscribers. It is checked. Oh, so I shouldn't do that. All right. I will uncheck that. I will uncheck that next time. Still, that is strange because if it's checked, then how come my other short was able to reach 3,000 viewers? I don't think it actually matters. I had it checked and my short got to 3,000 viewers anyway, so I don't think it actually matters. But thanks for letting me know. I'll experiment with that. ちょっと面白い。That's a deep lore how to game the system. I had no idea. We'll experiment with that option and see if it works. I personally don't think it matters, but we'll try to figure it out. We'll see. I've been debating on making, what do you call it, standard clips, so like not shorts, but I don't think it works well. I don't think it works well for non-clipper channels. So sadly, I can't do that. I can experiment with maybe sending my clips to clip channels. We can maybe try to do that, but I can't upload them on my own channel. It doesn't do well. Is there anything else I can do as a goal for 2026? Putting out these covers, making more dedicated Zatsus, 2K subscribers. Some of my friends had like 3D on their goals, but I don't know if I want to do 3D. I can't even do a 2.0. I don't know if I want to do 3D. Better than pairing you with Francis. Hey, I like the clown. His pairing with Sunday was very funny to me. Huh. But yeah, I would like to not convince you I'm gay. See, that's the thing about Fujoshis. You don't need to actually be gay to have Fujoshis. In fact, if you're actually gay, that might actually detract from the Fujoshis. Unless you do your own 3D modeling, yeah. Twig was actually offering to teach me how to do Blender. And that could be fun. She's been asking me to do a collab of some kind. We could do that. Maybe. Maybe we could do a Blender collab. I think I would like to get my room cleaned up and more organized, and be able to start using my graphics tablet. That would be nice, to be able to use my graphics tablet. Like, I'm not really an artist, but I think it's preferable to using my mouse. I want to play around with a pen. Yeah, I think this is good for my New Year's goals. I have some other stuff I want to say, but like, for my goals, but I think I will keep those to myself. Some of these are a little bit more private. But yeah, this is a big one. Convincing chat I could potentially have a girlfriend. Gotta keep you on your toes, so you'll be on your best behavior. Know that like at any point you could lose me. You could lose me to a girl who will just take up all my time, and then I'll just stop streaming. I'll get like a regular job. I'll be another one of the betrayers. I'll be another one of the great betrayers. I'll just disappear and leave a hole in your hearts. I think I want to do a Chainsaw Man themed karaoke. That could be fun. That's a specific stream idea that I could do. A Chainsaw Man themed karaoke. I don't think I've done themed karaoke before. So having a set playlist would be really nice. All right, I think we got it. Nah? This is our 2026 goals. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with that. The fire sound effects are still crackling, but you guys can see the that it's nothing but embers now. So let's turn off that sound effect. It's fine. It's fine. I think I'm gonna. I think now might be a good time to end the stream. There's no point in dragging things on, eh? I said what I wanted to say. I've said what I wanted to say, so it's good to be able to end streams. It feels weird because I usually stream for such a long time. But I want to get into this habit. I think it's healthier and I can do more. I can contradictorily, I can do more by ending stream early. Breathing stream now. More watch-alongs. Yo. Yeah. I don't know if I want to do that as member content. I could do that as member content. I could do that as member content. But maybe I won't. I'd like to be able to do it as, if I'm going to do a watch along, I want everyone to be able to join in. Watch alongs are easy. Yeah. Do more watch alongs. I can do that. Shame about the Lena event, yeah. See, that's why I can't play so many long games. I run out of time to do other things. No, to be fair, this time was because of VTRP taking up all of my energy and focus. Yeah, I want to introduce Kuruko to more Stephen Chow. We still haven't shown her Kung Fu Hustle. That's definitely a big one. All right. Let me look for people to throw you at. Oh. Let's throw you guys at Plum. It's her birthday. Yeah, it's her birthday. Let's do that. Let's do that. Then on Twitch, we have on Twitch, I'll throw you guys at Utter Near. That sounds about right. All right. Unable to raid Utter Near at this time. What? I've never seen that before. Oh, it looks like I can't raid him. That's really weird. I've never had that happen before. Well, if I can't raid him, I guess I will throw you guys instead at... I'll instead throw you guys at... I'll throw you at Q. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'll throw you at Q, Kurarine. Alright, じゃあ、またね。今年もよろしくお願いします。I look forward to 2026 with you guys. Thank you again, Bellhound, for all the throne gifts. ではでは、今回の配信を見に来てくれて皆さんありがとうございました。お疲れ様でした。What's a Haku? What's a Raven? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.